You suck, you jackass.
What the fuck is happening?
Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the difference between military sniping and long-range competition shooting. Because there is a little bit of a difference.
6-4. Let's go. The enemy has fucking inline thermals and a fucking sniper fucking in their squad. You're taking fucking accurate fucking fire right now.
So just a little background about myself. If you guys didn't know, I was a sniping guy for the Marine Corps for about 4 years. Pretty much all of my foundation of precision shooting came from like a military setting in all my military training. So that's where I really got my passion for long range shooting, I would say. And in my experience, I felt very fortunate. I got to go to every sniper school and learn from some of the best guys. So I feel like I got a really solid foundation of precision shooting that I'm grateful for at the end of the day. But full disclosure, I don't have any combat experience. And I used to get very frustrated by this, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I joined to go to combat. I wanted the combat experience. I didn't want any other MOS besides infantry, and I wanted to get in the shit. To be quite frank, does that make me a psychopath? Maybe. Did I watch too many war movies? Maybe. I don't know, but that felt like my calling, and that's, you know, inevitably why I ended up joining the military in general. So, but looking back on it and having friends that have been to Fallujah and things like that, I can only be grateful for my experience because I don't have PTSD. I didn't lose my friends, my close friends in combat and things like that. So I'm grateful for where I am right now. You know, even though a lot of us have it, chasing the war dream, it's not all that it's made up to be. When you talk to some guys that have been there and done that. So I just wanted to clear the air on that. I didn't want to be out here kind of posing like I've gone out and slayed bodies. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys do that, and I don't see any value in that. So, but I did have a great time being a sniper in the Marine Corps. Fell in love with precision shooting, and here I am now out shooting competitions and learning even more than I did while I was in about shooting and continuing to grow. And which is why I wanted to talk about where's the overlap in competition shooting versus military sniping, and what some of the big differences are. So, you know, getting out of the military, I was pretty, you know, confident in my skills, I would say, going into that first competition, and I'm ready to burn it down. And the sniper gods, you know, they're up there watching me, and they look down and they reach down with their hands and serve me a nice sloppy piece of humble pie. And I got my ass kicked by, you know, a bunch of geezers wearing Crocs. So a humbling experience, you know, coming out of the military and joining that competition shooting scene. And one of the biggest differences I saw was just the level of precision. You know, I got into that first competition. I'm like, where are all the 20 by 40 targets? You know, it was 8-inch circles at 600. It was baby IPSC steel the whole time. So I'm like, okay, this is what the real shooter standard is. You know, military a lot of times gets caught up in training towards a qual and getting guys to pass to be able to hold that title. You know, actually shooting is a fraction of what you actually do as a sniper. So some of the best snipers I know weren't the best shots necessarily. They probably would get their ass kicked too in a competition, but they were really good at their job as far as being a team leader, being a radio operator, being a navigator, being able to call in air, being able to mission plan, things like that. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into it. You know, so the level of precision was just different. You know what I mean? We were training with 308 as well. Pretty much everybody in the competition is reloading. Primarily one of these 6mm A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, Elemental P cartridges. Pick one. They make a 6mm in every letter of the alphabet. And everybody's pretty much shooting their specific reloads that they've put some science into. So yeah, these guys take their level of precision very seriously. And I was talking to one of the guys, and he's like, yeah, at the end of the day, man, this is precision shooting. This isn't good enough shooting. And I was like, damn, yeah, that's a good quote. I'm gonna steal that. So reloading, the size of the targets were some big differences coming in. The gear in general. So I got this, pint-sized light fill Armageddon gear, game changer. And I was always a light bag guy, you know what I mean? I never saw the practicality of carrying around these like 10-pound bags to shoot off of, because at the end of the day, we're hiking around with this stuff. And I got through a lot of my sniper courses with just this little crappy airsoft filled beanbag from Badger Ordnance, and that was my barricade bag, that was my rear bag, that was my everything, and it got me really far, you know what I mean, in my career. But when you go to these competitions and you shoot off of one of these really heavy bags and your gun just doesn't go anywhere, you're like, oh, that makes sense, you know what I mean? If you're not hiking everywhere, that's probably the answer. At the end of the day, I'm still rocking my light bag. I just can't get myself to shell over the money for another heavy ass bag. So I guess I could just make my own. But so yeah, the gear, the tripods are crazy these days. The Arca Revolution is a lot better than a hog saddle. You know what I mean? Because we were rocking hog saddles and these pretty wobbly Bushnell tripods, and you're fighting a wobble zone. A lot of these new tripods these days, you lock your gun in and it doesn't move. You put it on target, you could just look down your scope and slap the trigger and you're gonna hit, you know what I mean? So seeing that's cool. And I think some of those are finally transitioning into the military, and guys are going out buying their own nice tripods. Just the weight of the guns, in the military you're always sacrificing, right? You got to have something you can hike with, because you're hiking 12 miles to your OP that has a heavy enough contour barrel to withstand, shooting a bunch of rounds and keeping its accuracy. So, with a lighter gun shooting these heavier rounds, you had to load into your gun a little bit. So that's what like all my positional shooting was tailored to, is kind of loading into my gun so I can manage that recoil. But I mean, you shoot a 6mm using these 20-pound guns, a gun doesn't go anywhere. With a nice break on it, the gun doesn't move. So you can really like tailor your position and get a little more comfortable and not have to lean into your gun as much to manage the recoil, which I think is a huge change in setting up basically getting on any position, is knowing how your gun recoils and in what position you can manage it in, how much you got to lean into your gun to account for that. So I think at the end of the day, military snipers can learn a lot from going out and just shooting competitions and learning from those guys who just love the craft. I'm getting better and better every competition I go to, and I'm getting more tips from all these guys that are helping me out. Everybody's super nice. I'm making a lot of friends and things like that. So these next few competitions, these geezers are going down. I'm gonna have to take them out. Bobby's coming, and he's coming hard. That sounded pretty dirty, but I got to start getting one up on some of these geezers that have been kicking my ass lately. So that's pretty much all I got. If you guys have anything to add in the comments, something funny, something stupid, something intelligent, if you're capable of that kind of thought, that'd be nice. If you guys want to subscribe, I'd really appreciate that, and like the video. I'm at 600 subscribers. That's like, I feel like that's kind of a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got though. I will see you guys next time. Maybe we'll do some more fun stuff on Bobby Booms, where you watch me just try to become a well-rounded shooter. I think that's kind of what this channel is about. I just like making videos of stuff I think is cool. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.